don't think it'd be like hard like dating a rapper, like a rap star, like a male rapper.
Right, yeah, she's gonna have to deal with it. I mean,
like Trippie Redd been like he been in the game a
man,
minute. Like he got crazy fans too.
man, they be going crazy. So you already know the groupie lines down the corner after.
Now I want y'all to understand something. Benzino is simply admitting that for his daughter to choose to date this rap guy, who probably didn't have girls before he got on, she's gonna have to deal with what comes with that. And I just want y'all to understand how women make these terrible choices in men. And then because the man doesn't become who he never was gonna be in the first place, they seek sympathy.
Tell us the truth!
All right, what's good, YouTube? It's your man, Book of AlphaRonomy, aka Dr. BOA. Yeah, I got time today. Benzino is an interesting brother. You know, if you're an OG, you remember how he and Dave Mays, man, how they had the Source magazine. And I'm going to be honest with you. It was our go-to source for hip-hop news, man. Very successful, very, very culturally impactful publication, man. And I give Benzino his props for that. But then he started trying to become a rapper. And that just wasn't the life for him. He had his time on the little love and hip-hop thing, man. That was a devastating career move for him. But now he's an OG. And his daughter, Coi Leray, is out here in the entertainment industry. And she's doing fairly well, I might add. She may be doing better than Benzino has ever done. But she does have social media. But I just found out in this clip, I had no idea that she's pregnant by Trippie Redd. Now, I know some of you don't even know who Trippie Redd is. But I did a video a long time ago, a couple of years back, on Trippie Redd. And now Benzino's daughter is pregnant by the guy. Well, she finds out he has other women. Benzino speaks on it from a man's perspective because he understands that the man is gonna be what he's gonna be at this point in his life. And you can look at Trippie Redd and tell that he didn't really have access to girls before he got on like this. Some guys, you can just tell it, you know it. Now, how Rick Ross' baby mama gets into this, I have no idea, except that she's a loudmouth woman who I'm sure makes Ross regret the day he ever met her and her toxic femininity. But let's listen to Benzino respond to what she said, and we'll listen to Benzino talk about the situation with his daughter and Trippie Redd, and then we'll come back and chop it up on a real tip.
So I don't know where you come across with, I don't want to meet Trippie, or I don't want to meet my grandson or daughter. You doing too much, mama. Why don't you go get, I know what you need, for real. And I got a couple of guys I can introduce you to. You in your mouth so you can shut up. You talk too much. I know that breath got a stank. You talk way too much. You probably mad about Ross's other baby mama on Wags. You know why they didn't pick you? Because you talk too much. You too angry. You too mad. You too traumatized. You need to go heal. Ross ain't never getting back with you, lady. Ever. Unfortunate because the world knows you still love that.
I don't think it'd be like hard like dating a rapper, like a rap star, like a male rapper.
Right, yeah, she's gonna have to deal with it. I mean,
like Trippie Redd been like he been in the game a minute. Like he got crazy fans too.
Man, they be going crazy. So you already know the groupie lines down the corner after.
Now I want y'all to understand something. Benzino is simply admitting that for his daughter to choose to date this rap guy, who probably didn't have girls before he got on, she's going to have to deal with what comes with that. And I just want y'all to understand how women make these terrible choices in men. And then because the man doesn't become who he never was going to be in the first place, they seek sympathy. What else is this man supposed to say? He probably told this girl this. You look how he's shaking. When he's shaking his head like this, that's the shaking head of a dad who's just regretting that his daughter didn't listen to him and probably fell in love with the dude before he even got a chance to talk to her about him. This is a man who's exasperated by his daughter's choice, and he knows what she's gonna have to deal with, and she's dealing with it.
Every show, him as a man is gonna have to come to terms with that with just him and God. Because I don't want to be a hypocrite because I know what I was doing, but she's my daughter. If you love her and you love the child and you plan on being with her, then, you know, nowadays with social media, it's going to be hard to do any type of cheating. But if you do it, you just be respectful at it. And
So you think being in a monogamous relationship is going to be hard for them with the pressure?
It's hard to be in a monogamous relationship with anybody right now. I know
It's hard to be in a monogamous relationship with anybody right now in America, in the West. I'm telling you. Now, there may be pockets of, areas in other places, but in America, it's tough, bro, because everybody has so much access to everyone else. Man, social media has made people in every part of this country have access to millions of. All you literally got to do is DM somebody. All you got to do. Any woman can go DM a star. Any woman, your woman right now can jump in any entertainer DM. Your woman can jump in my DM. And there's nothing you could do about it. You won't even know she's in my DM, bro. I want y'all to understand something. It's very hard to be monogamous in this society because you can't trust someone else to be monogamous in this society. So I agree 100% with what Benzino is saying, man. And y'all guys out here, man, talking about, man, you got a woman and she don't live in the house with you, bro. Let me tell you, you got yourself enough time with a woman in the house with you. How you around talking about, man, being monogamous with a woman who don't live in the house with you? You trust that shit? You crazy if you do.
Coi is a one-woman type guy.
Mhm.
She's not with the, just, what I'm saying, him messing around. So
Because
Coi is a one-woman type guy. Now, he didn't catch that. I think we know what he meant. Or was this a Freudian slip? Or did he just make an honest mistake? Did he just make an honest mistake and say his daughter is a one-woman type guy? Or is he trying to say that his daughter wants a one-woman type guy because she's a one-woman type man? He didn't say either. So I don't know what the hell Benzino talking about right now.
some relationships
She'll be
be
out.
open. She's not with that
No,
open
hell
stuff.
no,
She's
nah,
like,
no,
hey, you're mine. That's
she's-
it. Yeah.
No, she ain't with it. You know what I mean?
Is there any advice you would give to Trippie Redd in dealing? I don't think.
If there's any advice I would give him with Coi being pregnant is to understand that they're going to go through hormonal changes. Don't take it too personal.
Mhm.
If she's flipping out, let her calm down.
Now, here's what she's saying. Nothing worse than being cheated on. She wouldn't wish this pain on her worst enemy. God, and listen, bro, and I'm going to tell y'all like this, man. I will say this. If you're a guy, man, and you got other women, you got to cut a woman some slack while she's pregnant. Because I'm going to tell you what happens. All that emotionality and pain she feels is going to come out in your seed. Your seed growing inside of her is feeling that. That growing baby is feeding off every part of that woman's energy. So you got to try to keep her energy positive where it pertains to you. So if you can, bro, lay off that stuff for 9 months. Let that woman nurture that child and happiness and joy. Cut the rest of that shit off and just focus on that woman and that child, man. There's only 9 months. Once your child is in the world, that's going to occupy a lot of your time. I mean, if you're an effective dad like that, it's going to occupy a lot of your time. But I'm telling you, bro, all that emotional turmoil that you putting on that woman, it's going to come out in your child, man. Your child going to be batshit crazy. I'm telling you. I ain't lying to you, man. Like, your child going to have some issues, man. You put that woman through all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's other things going on in life as well, man. So, she there's a chance she's gonna deal with postpartum. Then on top of having to deal with this through the pregnancy, man, it's immature. It's immature. And so this is just an immature young man who doesn't understand the responsibility of the situation. Let's listen to Rick Ross, baby mama, do all this threatening and talking and all of that. This woman is crazy, man.
Hey, Trippie Redd, I know you ain't over there cheating and tripping out on my niece, Coi Leray. Why, she pregnant, bro? Come on now, stop playing now, dog. When I saw you in Bell Harbor, I thought you was going to be sweet to her, dog. Why would you do that if she over there pregnant with y'all first child? Come on, man. I'm going to put the paws on your red ass when I see you, dog. Don't play with my niece out here like that, bro. I'm going to you up, Trippie.
Bro, let me ask y'all something, man. How in the hell did Ross end up with such a masculine woman? This is baby mama. It just goes to show you what I always say. Man, Ross couldn't get no girls before he got money. If this is what Ross had to deal with, because I'm going to be honest with you, when she was younger, she probably wasn't bad looking, like wasn't the worst looking hood chick. But man, this woman right here is absolutely non-feminine. Look at how she talk. Look at how she move. Look at the things she does. Look at when she was twerking on game. Look at the thing. Man, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. the spotlight has a way of making people feel like they can be who they are. You know what I'm saying? Example, Young Thug. Y'all remember when we saw Young Thug in the hood in some of those older videos, man, that we saw him on? He never had on a dress. He got to the money, put on a dress on the album cover, because the spotlight and fame makes you believe that you won't have to deal with the people you dealt with before in that way, so you're above them, and so you could do whatever you want to do. I would like to have a conversation with Ross, man. I'm gonna talk to Ross about this one day. He got to tell me, man, what the hell going on in his life, bro, because I'm gonna be honest with you. When we in the hood, we all have hood chicks. That's all you have access to. That's why when you meet a chick outside the hood, you damn near fall in love because she's so different. But in the hood, we all have hood chicks. But damn, dog, man, this woman is kind of like a dude or something, bro. And always in somebody mix, threatening somebody about what she gonna do, bro. I want y'all to understand something, man. I really want y'all to understand something. Just like Ross made this choice and he living with the consequences. This is his baby mama acting a fool, doing all this. Women have to accept their choices because they made them. No one else made these choices. They made them. So let's listen to Dana Dane, 1987, this popular TikTok chick. She's going to talk about women making better choices.
Some of y'all ladies about to get mad. Feel free to unfollow if you must, but I still said what I said. Some of y'all are out here playing life a la carte when it comes to these kids. You really do be out here putting more thought into your nail color than you do the man you're going to have a child by. You be out here procreate with anybody. I don't know if it be you needing a child to love you unconditionally. You feel your time clock is clicking and you just want a child. You just want something to dress up and look cute on Instagram. You trying to trap the man and you just want a connection with having to have contact with him so you have a baby by him. Whatever the reason is, a lot of y'all are out here having kids with men who don't deserve to be fathers. And then you look for another man to come in and pick up the pieces when that man don't stand up and be the man who we already knew he was never going to be, right? Are stand-up men like Russell Wilson out there, but that should not be where your default goes to. You should not be thinking, oh, I'm going to just go out here and have this baby with Pookie, and then hopefully if that don't work out, I just find another man who's going to be willing to come in and take care of me and my child. And before you say, I don't need nobody to take care of my child, stop it. Because if you out here looking for a partner, that person has to have a relationship with your child. And if you're not looking for them to have a relationship with your child, something's wrong with you. So I'm not even addressing women who make dumb comments like that. Moving on. If you out here gonna have a baby with just anybody, you should really be making sure that you prepared for how the dating scene is gonna be after the fact. I'm a woman who don't got kids. It's already hard enough to find a man when you don't got kids, let alone when you add on having kids. A whole community of red pill men who are talking to the black men who don't have children and telling them not to take women that got kids serious, just play around with them, string them along, and then go find you a wife with a woman who don't have no children.
But I want y'all to understand something. It's very interesting that she says that, but we're also telling men who have children, bro, listen, man, let me tell y'all something. Just because you have a kid or you have children, that don't mean you're supposed to go get with a woman who have children. If you're going to get with a woman who have children, you need to try to make it work with your children's mama. Like, if you're going to get with a woman who already has children, why not get with if you're going to get with somebody else baby mama, why not get with your own baby mama? So we're telling all men, just because you have children don't mean you have to say, well, I got a kid, so I'm resigned to having a woman who got one. No, you're not. That's not what we're saying. But definitely, if you're a man who doesn't have children, there's no way a man who doesn't have children should be with a woman who does. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be in the household. And I know women gonna say, well, it applies to us too. No, it don't. Unless a man has actual physical custody of his children, then it applies to you. But in most cases, a woman has physical custody of her children. So if you invite that woman into your home, you got children in your house, you being a father in a house where you ain't even got a damn child. Come on, bruh. That's not even, man, you're gonna lose. I'm telling you, man, your wood ain't gonna work like it's supposed to, man. You're gonna lose some of your masculinity. Your testosterone production gonna be cut in half, dog. It's just one of those things, man. That's what's gonna happen. So I want y'all to understand that you have to carry yourself in a way that's respectful to you and what you stand for and your masculinity and your alpha energy.
I'm telling you this because you need to keep this in mind while you're out here dating. Because a lot of these men, they like y'all, they think y'all attractive. They would be with you under other conditions. But as soon as they realize you got kids, they put you in the I'ma play with you category. They make these situationships with you, tell you that they just want to go with the flow. They just want to vibe because they are looking for a woman that don't got kids. But in the meantime, they will string you along. So I'm telling you that because you just need to be aware of what you up against. Women who got kids, your best alternative is finding a man that got kids because y'all understand each other better than anybody. But when you specifically going after men who don't got kids, you have to understand what you up against, right? You have to understand the reality of what's being preached and told to those men. I have a
It's even worse than what she's saying. It's worse because even men with kids don't want to deal with a woman who has another man's kid. Listen, if I want a kid, I want a kid with a woman who ain't got a kid. Now y'all may say, man, well, that's gonna be hard to find. You ain't gonna be able to find that, Dr. BOA. You know, you ain't gonna be able. Yes, you are. Men do it all the time. You go to the other cultures, man, men be having 5 wives. It's just this Americanized concept. It's a man, kids are expensive. Yeah, they're expensive if you gonna have your own and you gonna have somebody else's too. I'm telling you, when a woman has a kid, and women need to know this, when you have a kid, you eliminate about 60% of the men who were possible for you before as a mate, as a spouse, as a husband. You eliminate that. If you have 3 kids, you're down to 80% of men. 1 kid kills 60%. 2 kids kills 70%. 3 kids kills 80%. You're down to 20% of men left who are looking for a woman. Now, you got to be that man type. You got to be that man height. Whatever that man wants, you got to be that. Because at that point, men have options. So I want y'all to understand something. That percentage goes to, it's a very, very, very low percentage. And that's why when a woman with all those kids does end up with a man, he's a man who you look at and you realize, man, he can't really do no better.
Brother, and he done everything right. He don't have no kids. He got a good money. He keep himself up and keep himself attractive. Do you think that I'm encouraging him to go find a woman that got kids? No. I want my future nieces and nephews to have a mother and a father in the same household and them all be full. That's what I want for them, right? So you have to keep this in mind when you just out here being reckless and sleeping with all of these different dudes and not caring who you get pregnant by and then hoping and praying that if it don't work out, that you just find another man who will pick up where that person left off. It ain't always gonna work out like that.
It's almost never going to work out like that. And that's where the bitterness comes from in women. Because a woman looks at a man who has 2 kids and he's able to get a woman who has none and they grow and they have a happy family. They have 2 more kids together. They look at that and they're like, why can't I do that? Because men don't look for women for the same things that women look for men. As a man, you're looking for a woman to create a legacy with. As a woman, you're looking for a man to provide and protect. Where the more burden you have, the more financial burden, the more emotional burden, the more spiritual burden, the more physical burden you bring with you, then a man is going to be less likely to take on that responsibility. What women don't understand, no, they understand it, but what they forget, and they feel like it shouldn't apply to you as a man, is that you having all of those kids, that is major. It's major. That's a major responsibility. So for me to come into a situation and allow you into my life where I take on your children who don't know me. So first of all, I have the burden of establishing a relationship with some children that don't know me. And depending on how you raise them, they may be disrespectful as hell. Let me tell y'all something. If you meet a woman and her children don't say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, flee the scene. Even if you're a man with children and you want a woman with children, bro, you can't get into a woman-man situation, bro, and invite that into your life, and then you turn around, man, and try to make her kids something they never been. You can't do it. So all of these things considered, like a woman's options are limited in this situation. But I don't know, man. Y'all comment down below and let me know, man, how you feel about dating women. Do you feel like a man with children should only date women with children? Because a woman with children is damn near forced to only date a man with children. And some of them prefer that. But even the ones who don't prefer it are damn near forced to.